Hello and welcome to the space that gives you inspiration on work, on life, and how to balance both worlds. Remember, catch your cup of coffee or your cup of tea, your notebook and your pen because things are gonna get serious. That's some really nice vanilla tea there. Anyhow, today I would like us to talk systems. I don't know if you guys are like me and have heard the word over and over and over and over again, or you've just never heard of the word before and how it fits into this whole thing called work-life balance. Now, if this is your first time to watch my videos, we're doing a series on balance, the balance in work-life, in the equation of work-life and balance. So I'd advise you to stop here and watch the ones before because it's kind of a series and it would help if you've already watched the ones before. But that said, today we're talking systems. What exactly is a system? So systems are a set of procedures according to which something is done. Now, systems many times can be confused for a routine, but a routine and a system is different. It's like a routine is bigger than a system. Like a system sits inside of a routine. Now, if you've watched the video on routines, this should make sense to you. So say, for example, your routine, maybe in your evening routine, or your morning routine, you clean up dishes. Let's say you do your chores, right? There's chores in your routine, in either your morning, maybe most probably for most people it's in the morning routine. But you can have a system that ensures that, for example, all your cups or all your plates are clean for the time for your chores. What do I mean? For example, you can have a system where everybody who eats their food, gets their plate, takes it to the sink, washes their plate, and puts it in the dish rack. That's a system. It's not a routine, it's a system. It's just that it happens in the morning, as you know, in your morning schedule block, where you have the morning routine and you've had breakfast, and the system you have is that that's what people do. You could have another system where, for example, you could be batch cooking breakfasts. That's a system. By virtue of the fact that you're batch cooking is a system. So during your morning block where you do your morning routine, your system might be like people come, go into the fridge, pick up their eggs or whatever, put them into the microwave, it warms up, they have breakfast, get their plate, take it. That's not a routine. That's a system. You could also be having, this is a good one, the home organization tool, which is a system for keeping your home organized. You get what I mean? So when you look at that tool, there are certain things you do daily, like even without thinking about it in your mind. Like, for example, when I wake up, like it's like clockwork. That's what a system does. It's like clockwork. During my morning routine, after I've worked out and I have showered and I'm now starting my chores, I have a system for my chores. What do I do daily in my bedroom? So I will go get the cloth, the wiping cloth, put my soap, clean it, form the lather, clean all the tabletops, clean the mirror. I can even see it. I can even see it right now. Get all of the things that were tidy up the place. What was disorganized, put it in the right place. That is a system. You can even have a tidy up system, which is return everything where you found it. That's a system because it's something that you can do. It's a set of procedures that will ensure that something is always done. Now, I want to speak into having a system versus a goal, right? When we spoke last week about goals, We also talked about process goals. Now for me, process goals and a system are very similar and they're quite close to each other, probably almost the same thing. The reason I love having a system is because without thinking too much about my goal, my system ensures I reach my goal. For example, your goal might be, I'm going to read a book every month, right? Specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's realistic, it's time-bound. If you didn't watch last week's video, now is a good time to go. So now when we come to a system, which is the process goals that we talked about, it's you're reading one chapter of your book a day. Or, for example, you might get, what's the total number of pages in this book? Okay, 300 pages. That means for 30 days in a week, I need to read 10 pages. So instead of going around telling myself, oh my God, I have to read a book every week, I have to read a book every month, I have to read a book every month. If I read 10 pages a day for 30 days, guess what? I will have read a book by the end of the month without me thinking so much about the fact that I did not read the book and finish it within a month. The reason as to why that is very helpful is because if you weren't able to read 10 pages yesterday, now you know between today and tomorrow, you need to read some extra 10 pages. If you didn't read for 3 days, you know there's 30 pages that you didn't read of that book. Now you will look for days to compensate for it. Now imagine you don't have this system. You don't have this process goal. And you're there telling yourself, you need to read a book every month. You don't read on Monday, you don't read on Tuesday. You're already done. You've lost gas. You're like, whatever, I don't care. You don't even know how much of the book you need to read in order for you to reach a month. Many of us tell ourselves, oh, we're going to read this book within a month. It's 3 months, we're still on the same book. Why? We didn't set up a system that would ensure that we reach that goal that we have. So, when it comes to setting up systems, you want to look at everywhere in your life, right? So here's a few places that I personally look into my life that maybe it can help you. I'll start with my home. The home organization tool, like I've already told you, is a system. So we're not looking left, we're not looking right, we're not wondering why this isn't done, why that isn't done, why? No. Just by virtue of the fact that this is what you do daily, by the end of the day, that space looks a certain way. This is what you do monthly. By the end of the year, your space will be okay. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? So for us, the home organization tool works for us. And if you haven't purchased it, in the description box is a link for you to purchase it. Another system that we use is our hot meals. People know what food we are going to have because it is written down. Okay? That's a system. No one is calling, says, so now what will we eat? What will we eat? Because another system we use is batch cooking. Cook all the meals at once, clean them up, get them ready so that, guess what? Your food can always be ready. Nobody is guessing what food to eat. Again, if you haven't purchased our hot meal edition, in the description box is a link for you to do that. So when it comes to home, that's some things that you could do. In the kitchen, you could have a system, a wash and go system, the one that I've just spoken about. If you eat, wash your plate, put it in the rack. Simple. You could have a home, maybe a tidy up system where, and this is another one that I like in the kitchen, is like, it's a wash as you go. If you're cooking, you finish using the saucepan. Instead of tossing it into the sink and leaving it there, wash it and then put it. If you get that, that's a system, because you know for a fact now, if you wash as you go and put into the dish rack after you've washed everything, By the time it's time to wash utensils, guess what? You have nothing. And people are going to eat. And guess what? There's a system in your home that when people eat, they wash. And so your sink, you now have a sink system. Your sink can't be dirty. Why? You have a wash as you go system. You get what I mean? So that's something that you might want to do. So that's one school of thought on systems. Here is another one which actually has the same definition, which is really a set of procedures on how things are done in your home, or a way things are done, but it's used for business, right? And like I said, this is a work-life balance channel. So I'm going to give you how to do things on both ends. So the same way you have systems in your home with how things are done, right? If you eat food, you wash your plate, you put it away. When you pick something, take it back where you found it. Another one that we have in our home is leave the place cleaner than you found it. You know, you have those systems. You have the way things are done in your home, right? Very good. When you're washing clothes, you first start with the white, then you go to the colored, then you go to the black. When you're ironing, you start with, you know all of those things which really state the way things are done in your home. Now, a business requires the same. There's a way things should be done in your business. And so there's procedures. Those little steps inside there are procedures. Those procedures need to be specified and written down. I think if there's anything that was the hardest thing for me to understand, it was the importance of writing down your business systems. Whether it's marketing, or it's finance, or it's human resource, write down how things are done in your organization. Write down how recruitment is done. I don't know if the way recruitment is done, you maybe make a call on Facebook, or you send a message to people in your networks, or you just employ family. I don't know how you do your business recruitment. Maybe that's it. It should be written down. When we want to recruit an employee, underline 1, call the elders of the home and ask if they have anybody available, like a niece or a nephew who has studied S6. 2, send money for transport via MM. When they reach, take them here and interview them. 4, train them on X. Be very specific and write down how things are done in your business. Have a system. So the thing is, most people don't know that they actually have a system, but you do. Even a haphazard system is a system where you recruit anyone who just brings a job description into your business and you recruit them. That's your system. It needs to be written down. Why exactly do you need systems? Especially the ones that are written down. The reason you need systems is so that when you're not there, your home or your business can continue to run. Maybe I should try it out. I should invite any one of you to come into my home, right? And see if you can run my home, right? I'll reverse this question. How many of you can call anyone into your home and they can run your home, or they can run your business without you being there? That is the key importance of systems in your home and in your business. Can a new housemaid come into your home and cook food and everything will be okay? Can they? Or you're going to first fight and quarrel? Can the social media person that you have just recruited come into your business and work without you complaining? The number one reason for many of us, our homes are struggling, our businesses are struggling, is because we don't have systems. We have to be present for our home to run, for our business to run. That is a good indication. If your business or your home can't run without you, that's an indication that you don't have systems. And you need to start working on your systems now. So, the other reason I love systems and the fact that they can work when you're not there is that then it means they can last forever. Your business can exist for years on end because it's already been written. Everything in your head as the business owner, as the mother in the home, or the father in the home, if you can get it from your mind and put it on a piece of paper so that people know the procedures, people know the steps with which, or the steps that are used for something to be done in the home or in the business, that's it. You would last forever. You would last for, that's for me the real indication of leaving a legacy behind. Because people can see where your mind was at, what you were thinking, because guess what? You wrote it down. That is the power of having systems. So, we're going to have some homework. Today and for the rest of the week, look into your home and then look into your business for the one thing that really drives you up the wall, that you feel is always going wrong. Is it the fact that your sink is always dirty? Is it that the house is not always mopped? Or is it that your finances are not in the right place? You never ever know if you're making a profit or a loss. You'd never know how much money came into your business, how much money was used, how much expenses was used. I would like you to work on a system. Sit down, get a piece of paper, and write a system down on how things should be done in your home or in your business, so that you have all the answers to the questions that you have, but also secondly, somebody else can run your home. A new maid can know what food to cook on the day she comes without troubling you. That is a true test of having systems in your home. She even knows how you like to cook the beans because there's a system on how beans are cooked in your home. If you're thinking, oh my God, I'm already anxious just hearing all of that, I got you. I got you, girl. For those of you that are looking for systems for your home, the home organization tool, meal edition, the home organization tool, home edition, the home organization tool, recipes edition are all available for sale. Just follow the link in the description box and you can have your very own systems in place for your home. Another system that I absolutely love is my planning system. So, 29th to 31st of October 2021 is the annual personal planning getaway. You can be a part online as a resident or a non-resident at Nyange Resort Beach starting 29th of October 2021. Come, let's indulge, let's learn how to make or how to balance this thing called our work and our life. Hey, let me know in the comment section if there's any systems you can think about. I want to also learn from you because I'm all about tips, tricks, and hacks. And now that I've said that, we'll be talking tips, tricks, and hacks real soon. Until next time, I can't wait to see you. Bye-bye.